People might think that you bought it. We should call this like a panda hack.
This is a panda hack. This was on point. It was on point. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Young Bros Cooking. I'm Landris, and this is Cartier.
And today we're making honey walnut shrimp as promised. Now, with everything that's going on, a lot of us are cooking at home way more, and it's just good to know how to make your favorite dishes. So last week we made orange chicken.
It was delicious.
And this week we're making honey walnut shrimp. So the first thing that we're going to do is make the candied walnuts. They seem kind of hard to do, but it's actually super easy. So we're going to add our 1 cup of water and the 2/3 cup of sugar into one pan. And then we're going to add our walnuts. You put it on a medium heat and you just let it simmer and simmer until it starts to get really thick. When it gets to be this consistency, you can take it out of your saucepan and put it onto a baking tray lined with foil, just like this.
And then you want to make sure you let it cool off so that it can caramelize and harden.
These were really good, and they actually probably make a really good snack on their own.
Definitely.
But we're gonna use them for the shrimp. So put those to the side, and now let's get started on the shrimp itself. You know, one thing about when you eat the honey walnut shrimp, the way the shrimp is like really crispy on the outside.
Yeah.
So we know cornstarch, or at least we learned from our other recipe that cornstarch gets stuff really crunchy on the outside. But there's this other element that contributes to that for this recipe, and it's the eggs. So you take your egg whites. We have 4 of them. You're gonna whisk them until they get nice and fluffy, and then you're gonna take your 2/3 of a cup of cornstarch and add it in bit by bit, and continue whisking until it's all come together and it's all, fully incorporated and fluffy. It's gonna take a little bit of a flick of the wrist, and you're gonna do it for a while. But eventually it'll get nice and foamy, and it'll look like maybe whipped cream or meringue or something like that.
If you have a mixer, it'll be even easier.
So let's get our oil heated up and prepared to fry. And how do you know your oil is ready for frying? You drop a little something in it, and if the oil begins to that's how you know. If you drop something in your oil and you get no reaction,
it's not ready.
Or a subpar hiss, it's not ready for frying. Now, of course, we took our shrimp in advance and washed it, deveined it, and took out that nasty part that has all the boo-boo in it.
That nasty part that has all the boo-boo in it.
Yes, that gross part. Now that we have our shrimp fully prepared, we're going to get a fork and we're going to dip it into our cornstarch egg white batter, and then we can start frying it.
Now, when you dip the shrimp, do you want there to be like a lot of batter on there, or like how much batter do you?
That's actually really important because you're supposed to dip it and let the batter drip off until like there's not really any more left to drip off. Like it's like the least amount on the shrimp. So then we put it in the oil that we heated up earlier, unless you didn't heat the oil up. You didn't heat the oil up?
What?
Okay, go heat the oil up. We'll wait. Okay, the oil is heated up now. You get your shrimp in there and you let the shrimp fry until either the shrimp is pink or the batter is golden brown. This should be no more than like 4 or 5 minutes. Once your shrimp is finished, set it to the side on a paper towel or maybe a colander.
Just strain the.
Let the oil drip off.
Yeah.
Nobody likes greasy food.
Nobody. Well, maybe some people.
Well, it's your right to like greasy food. And if you want to render the grease and pour it back onto your food later on, then I still don't advise that.
Don't do that. Don't.
Now we're gonna make our sauce. Do you think the shrimp is the best part, or do you think the sauce is the best part?
I don't know. I mean, the shrimp is bringing a lot to the table, but the sauce is also like, it's a pretty good sauce, and I would imagine it's versatile too. But I do think that it complements shrimp in a way that it might not complement other things.
Maybe we could do a video later where we try to like use other sauces on other stuff.
Let us know if you want to see that.
Well, the next step is we take 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 tablespoon of sweetened condensed milk, and a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. Get your 1/4 cup of mayonnaise and all that condensed milk and honey and stuff and stir it up. Then you just have to get your shrimp nice and tossed in it. So I put it in the pot and then, swished my shrimp around. Whatever you have to do to make sure that the sauce gets on every piece
Do it.
of the shrimp, just do it.
Do
because
it. Whatever it is.
nobody wants to pick up a piece of shrimp and there's like not some sauce on it or it's like dry or something like that. And you as the chef are responsible for every single piece of shrimp getting
You'll be held
coated
accountable.
with sauce. All right, so believe it or not, your honey walnut shrimp is done. You're gonna add it to a serving dish. Then remember those candied walnuts we made earlier? We're gonna grab those. They should be nice and hardened now. You pick those up, you break apart any extra big chunks that are still stuck together, and you put it all over your shrimp. Make sure there's some in every bite, and your honey walnut shrimp is complete. You can eat it all yourself, but I probably wouldn't do that. It's good to share. And sharing is caring.
Yes.
And food is a great way of people coming together.
Quick and easy.
Easier than making the chicken last
It
time.
was easier, yeah.
And I would say, because you only use about a dab of honey and a few shrimp, this might even be cheaper than going and buying pre-prepared honey walnut shrimp from the restaurant.
It would, because you probably already even got some of these ingredients at the house. I mean, most people at least have mayonnaise and water.
Impress your friends, make this, it's cheap to make, and you can stay in the house and social distance safely. Let us know what you think. And let us know what else you want us to make from other restaurants, or if you just want us to make anything in general. And stay on the lookout for our other videos.
And don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel like doing that.
All right, y'all.
Cook something.
Yeah.